Hi, my name is Belinda, and I don't like creative mess, but I keep inventing it all the time. You know that feeling when you just want to create great art, but you don't know where to start? Same. Lately, I've been thinking about how some artists go from okay to art magic when no one really teaches them how. So naturally, I watched a video on the topic how to create your best art. And I found a video sharing some ideas no one really talks about. Ideas that can really change the way you create. And in this video, I'm sharing all of the ideas with you so you can learn, and I will also show you how I've started to apply them in my practice. If you want to make better art with more confidence, listen to this. Unfortunately, to all of us, there's no specific guidelines showing you exactly how to do this. You can study technique, color theory, composition, all of that stuff. But in the end, you have to find your own way. The things that makes up your style and your art is something that you have to decide on and find on your own. That's just how it is. That's something we all go through. There are some things that separates people who make good art from people who make art that stays with you. And it's not about talent, it's not even about luck. It's about how you approach your practice, how deep you're willing to go, what you dare to reveal, and how willing you are to keep showing up, even though no one's watching. The lessons I'll share in this video are crucial. And I think that if you stay until the end, you will learn things about your own art and maybe yourself that you didn't know before. So, here's the first secret. Go deep instead of wide. We live in a world full of inspiration. It's packed with inspiration. You can find it everywhere. The other day I went to an art fair here in Stockholm. It's called Affordable Art Fair. And the inspiration was thick in the air. So many great artists showing their best work. Inspiration was flowing, that's for sure. And on a regular day when scrolling Instagram, you can stay for hours admiring others' work. And you want to try every medium, every style, every trend. Recognize yourself? I do. But sometimes, or I would argue for all the time, doing everything means mastering nothing. I mean, I know for sure. Since there's so much inspirations and so many styles, it's so hard to know where to focus. But the real way to go is really to go deep instead of wide, to establish that focus. For years, I've been chasing every idea that I think was exciting. It could be watercolor one week and then abstracts the next week, and landscapes, portraits, everything. I was getting really busy, but I don't know if I was getting better. Maybe, maybe not. But when you find your focus and you find your style, something really interesting happens. Over the years, I've been trying to find a style or a language that feels authentically mine. And I'm well on my way now. I actually think I've found it. I now keep to one idea that I can work on over and over and over again. And that still feels very exciting. It just keeps on inspiring me, and the longer I stay on it, the more ideas just appear. For each of these lessons that I'm going to talk about in this video, I will present something for you to try so you can explore more of the lesson yourself. First thing to try, instead of starting many new pieces, choose one that you're going to focus on. Try to make it over and over and over again in many different formats and motives. But always keep to that one idea. Secret number 2. You don't find your style, you build it. For many years, I was waiting to find my style. Like it would just appear if I just kept painting long enough. But style isn't something you find, it's something you build. It's made of every experiment, every time you try to copy someone else, every time you get inspired by others, every time you just try. Your style grows through decisions, the ones you abandon and the ones you keep. I've started treating my style as a mood board. I save everything I like and I look at it and I try to find patterns and inspiration and whatnot in all the pieces to see what actually makes me tick. I never want to copy someone else. I want to try to find something that is uniquely mine. It can be anything. It can be like a contrast, a feeling in the piece, the brushwork. And then I ask myself, what can I do with my style to recreate that feeling? And over time, I've seen that all those small choices makes up my style, makes up what's truly mine. And this is something you can do too. So this is where I am now. I've found a style that I feel is mine. A style that I can keep creating over and over again, but with different motives. Maybe portraying different feelings, but always in the same language. So it's very exciting. If you don't have a Pinterest board filled with all the art that inspires you, my advice is to start one today and just pack it with all the art that you like, and then try to find motives, patterns, you name it, and like styles, feelings that you want to recreate and get inspired by. Secret number 3 is obsession beats inspiration. And what's a better place to talk about this than in my studio? Can you recognize yourself in waiting for inspiration, for that magical day when inspiration just flows and you know exactly what to do? I mean, it doesn't work that way. If you just create when you get inspiration or inspired, you won't do much. You have to feel an obsession and just continue to create day after day without maybe that burst of inspiration. You create anyways. The harsh and boring truth is that you just have to start. Why not quote Nike on this one? Just do it. That's what you have to think when you feel tired, when you're not inspired. Just do it. I know you love art. I know you love to create. That's why you're doing it. So just start. I mean, it's the best job in the world, but it's still a job and you need to show up and you need to produce, even when you don't feel that immediate burst of inspiration. You could say that inspiration is a visitor, but obsession is what keeps you going, keeps you create, keeps you showing up to your studio and doing the work. Like World of Creative says in his video, find what you can't stop thinking about and let that guide you. And when I'm looking at my work now, I can see patterns. I'm drawn to light, I'm drawn to movement and to create feelings in the people watching my art. Those obsessions don't leave me. Even when I'm tired, even when I feel like I'm done, they have a way of just like pulling me back. Nowadays, I've stopped chasing inspiration. I no longer think it would just pop up. I let my obsession do the work instead. So try this. Instead of waiting for inspiration, make a list of things that you can't stop noticing. And that's where your real art begins. Secret number 4. Perfection is just fear in disguise. In our society, there's a misconception that perfection means high standards, and being a perfectionist means being a great artist. But really, it's just an ill-disguised fear. Fear of being judged, fear of failing, and fear of revealing something that wasn't good enough. This means perfection kills more great art than failure ever will. Creative geniuses operates with a release first and reveal later approach. They focus on production before waiting for flawless work. I mean, just go to an art museum and start thinking about it. How many perfect works of art can you find and how many imperfect can you find? And does the imperfection actually make them perfect? Or does the imperfect ones actually become perfect just because they're not? I know that some works can actually be perceived as perfect, but so many times when I go to art museums, it strikes me that even the most famous artists got work that looks childish or unfinished, and these works just add to the greatness of their full body of work. This is the reason why I've started sharing my paintings before they're finished. I mean, just look at this channel. I share when I paint paintings from the ground up. Very unfinished works that I share anyway, because I'm practicing this skill that I think is super valuable to have. And people don't seem to see the flaws in my work the way I do. They see the honesty and the creativity and the time that I put into the work. Showing imperfection makes you human, and I mean, we're all humans. And it also makes you free as an artist, and I think that's crucial to do great art. So, if you're scared to share your art, that's a sign that you probably should. And I mean, try it out and see that it's actually not that scary, and maybe you learn something from it. Secret number 5. Feedback isn't the enemy. For years I worked in silence. I didn't show my work until I thought it was perfect, because I was so afraid of the feedback. But the best artists don't wait until the end. They invite feedback early. So it makes me a bit nervous, but message me if you want to give me some feedback. We need to see it more like a collaboration with the world, where the artist gets feedback from the world and listens. Sounds pretty beautiful to me. Sometimes the comments sting, that's for sure, but sometimes you get feedback that unlocks the full piece, and that's just invaluable. The trick is to learn to filter, keep what's valuable and filter out the rest. And always remember to keep your obsession and your will to evolve into something better. Feedback isn't there to define your art, it's there to help you see your art from angles you couldn't see from the inside. So it's just really good for you. Try this. Send your artwork to 3 selected friends and ask for honest opinions. Now we're at the last secret. Secret number 6. Creativity is a lifestyle, not a hobby. The last one, and maybe the most important one. Creativity can't just live inside your studio hours. It has to become part of your life. The way you see lights on the walls in the morning, or the way you see your surroundings. People, architecture, nature, gestures, colors. The way you see it all. The creativity through art is absolutely a lifestyle in that sense. It almost takes over too much of my thoughts. I have a hard time turning off the creativity when going to bed, for instance. It spins around in my head. And lately I've been trying meditation to try and turn it off. But I guess that's a nice problem to have. After all, it's my biggest passion, or should I call it obsession? But it's truly fulfilling for me to think about art in general and my art in particular. And I think that what makes you happy in the moment is truly what means the world. Because this moment is life, or is my life. So let's just continue thinking about art just all the time. To summarize it. Creativity is something that you can't just switch on and off. It's a lens, a way of moving through the world. So even when you're not painting, you're still creating. Through how you see and how you feel and how you notice. And through what you get inspired by. That's what builds an artist's eye. Not just what you do in front of the canvas, but also what you do when you walk away from it. So here's what I've learned. Going deep matters more than going wide. Your style isn't something you find, it's something you build. Obsession will take you further than fleeting inspiration. Perfection is just fear dressed up nicely. Feedback can be your secret weapon. And creativity, it's just a way of life. These lessons won't make you a perfect artist, but they will make you a more present and inspired one. With the ability to keep evolving and become the best artist possible. And that's really all that I want, to create something that's true and that leaves the viewer feeling something, preferably deep inside. If even one of these ideas resonated with you, try it for a week and see if something shifts. And if it did resonate, you can support me by liking, commenting and subscribing to my channel, all that stuff. And tell me in the comments which of these ideas spoke to you most. I really want to know. And thank you for being here. Stay creative.